I was standing in a tiny hospital room in northern Vietnam, holding a printout I couldn't read, with a plastic 4 taped to my arm, and the first thing I thought was, I really hope my mom never finds out about this. It was supposed to be this carefree solo backpacking trip. You know, the whole finding yourself while living out of a 40-liter pack vibe. I'd spent months planning it, reading hostel reviews, budgeting for street food, figuring out how to say no meat in 6 languages. But somehow, travel insurance felt like overkill. Like, if you're broke enough to be sleeping on $6 bunk beds with questionable stains, why would you pay extra for something you hope you never use, right? Spoiler. I was very, very wrong. The thing that got me wasn't even some wild adrenaline junkie story. No cliff jumping accident, no rabid monkeys. It was food poisoning, from a bowl of suspiciously cheap noodles I had in a night market. By 2 a.m., I was violently sick in a hostel bathroom, trying not to wake the German couple in the bunk above me. By 5 a.m., I was dizzy, dehydrated, and unable to stand without blacking out. And by 9, I was being wheeled into a clinic where no one spoke English, and where I learned I'd need to stay for at least 2 days. Here's the kicker. The clinic required an upfront payment for treatment. No insurance, no help. I had $200 in my bank account. I almost cried. Actually, I did cry, but later, when I was alone and no one could see me sobbing into a sweaty travel towel. Luckily, a friend I'd met earlier that month had mentioned something called Auras, a newer travel insurance thing that they used because it was not scammy and worked through an app. I had brushed it off back then, but in that moment, I remembered the name. Called my dad, begged him to front the payment. Then, as soon as I was lucid again, I signed up for Auras right there from my hospital bed. Fast forward to now, I always travel with it. Like, if I forget socks or a toothbrush, fine. But I don't get on a flight without that app on my phone. What blew my mind wasn't just that they reimbursed me fast, although yeah, that part saved me. It was that the process didn't feel like fighting with a brick wall of bureaucracy. It was human. They actually answered my questions without copy-pasting garbage from a script. And here's something no one talks about. When you're traveling solo, far from home, and something bad happens, medical, theft, canceled plans, what you really want isn't just money. You want to feel like someone has your back. That you're not completely alone. For me, that's what travel insurance became. It wasn't just a checkbox. It was peace of mind when I needed it most. Another time, in Peru, my pack got stolen off a bus. Gone. Passport, cash, everything. And again, having that little "you're covered" confirmation in my inbox? It didn't fix everything, but it kept me from spiraling. That's the thing. Backpacking the world is incredible, like, truly life-altering. You'll see sunrises that make you cry, meet strangers who feel like soulmates, and probably eat something that turns your stomach inside out. It's chaos. It's magic. But it's also unpredictable. Stuff will go sideways at some point. And honestly, that doesn't mean you messed up. It just means you're really out there living. So if you're heading off on your own trip, whether it's Southeast Asia, South America, or just a sketchy layover in Istanbul, please, just do yourself a favor. Get travel insurance. And if you're like me, suspicious of anything that smells corporate or complicated, check out auras.insure. You can Google it or just hit the link I'll drop in the description. It's the one I personally use now, and yeah, it kind of became my low-key travel hack. Like, one of those things you don't think about until it saves your ass. And hey, if you never have to use it, even better. But if you do, you'll be so glad you had it.